It's
All right,
$5
here we go.
an hour.
That's my $5 commute.
I don't know if I pressed record.
It's been recording the whole
It's been
time.
recording.
No, that one.
Oh, I don't know. I've been talking.
Welcome back to part 2 of Deadliest Animals on the Calm Down It's Fine podcast.
Food test.
We could not get enough of the topic the first time. None of us have died from any of the animals we listed,
Not yet.
so we're gonna keep on
week
going.
This is a week later.
Yeah.
Yeah, why you pretend like it's the same night?
Yeah, you dummy.
We literally said we're gonna do this in 2.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, there was a joke.
I don't know if you were here or.
No.
They're not
Probably
gonna
wasn't.
remember. It was a week ago.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just glad Harrison made another episode.
yeah.
Count down the days.
Yeah.
It's four in a row. I think I might do like some vacation time.
Paid vacation.
I'm just accruing my time right now.
PTO.
All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit some emails, and then we will get into the other portion of our animal stuff. Cause
boy.
yeah.
Oh,
All right, here we go.
Because I got some facts. I got some facts in this brain.
You know
That-
what?
that's
You know
what I
what?
was-
I keep forgetting this. This is, and I don't get it. Okay.
Go.
Here's what I don't get. Every Hallmark movie or movie in general
Yeah.
that I watch,
Yeah. Dustin's offended.
how many times does someone as a nice gesture bring
Cake. Cupcakes.
a coffee for someone?
Mm-hmm.
They come and they say, "Here, you want a coffee?" First of all, nobody's ever just brought me random coffee and said, "You want a coffee?"
So is this I
brought
don't get
you-
it? Or
I
No,
brought
is
you
this is
Coke
the-
Move Zero.
just coffee. Like
I
coffee's very
think I
specific, and these
made
people
mine.
have like just met and they just randomly, "You want a coffee?" And they have 2 coffees in their hands, and they're like, "Oh, thank you so much." Oh yes, I needed that so much. If people need it so much, they would have got their own.
The
Like,
only
I need this to survive. But here's always the thing: they always grab the cup of coffee and then move it around, and it's obviously empty.
Yep.
Like the cup, it's like this
They
is
don't-
obviously
right.
a full cup. You can tell that it's got stuff in it. They grab the cups like, "Oh, thank you," and they go. But every single time, me and
Yeah.
my wife watch, I'm like, "That's an empty cup,
yeah.
an obvious empty cup," and it's just like,
And now the whole movie's ruined.
They always treat it like it's a prop and not like it's an actual thing.
Yes, it's literally always a prop, but it's
they-
always empty, and they're just like,
Yeah.
and it's so light in their hands, and you
They
can tell.
They don't try hard enough to make
And
it like it's actual.
I really
coffee.
think it's something that these
I
people.
never once thought this.
Yeah, dude.
Not once.
Every time you watch a movie now or something, you're gonna look and you're gonna say, "It's gonna ruin it for you."
Now,
Every
to
time
be
you
fair,
watch
to-
something I
every
really
time
think
you
that-
watch a movie, you'll see
Yeah.
coffee everywhere,
Yeah.
and none of it's real.
I have
Typically-
something similar.
But
Watching a
let me
movie-
finish this. It's something I really think they miss. Like, remember on Game of Thrones?
When they left the
There was
coffee cup on the
There
show.
was a Starbucks. And
Yeah.
there was a bottle of
Although
water.
it wasn't a Starbucks cup.
There was a
And
bottle.
Starbucks made millions off of it.
What was it?
I don't know, it was just some random coffee
But there
cup,
was
it
another
wasn't a
one
Starbucks.
of the
Yeah.
same thing, that there was a water bottle beside the throne. It was like the big throne, and there was a water bottle.
Oh,
Like,
really?
Yeah, yeah. It was
I
like,
didn't know about that
literally
one.
just like a water bottle, just chilling
It's a
down
shame
there.
I don't watch Game of Thrones.
I just saw the floating around.
I've heard about the
Yeah.
star. I didn't
But
hear about the water
every
bottle.
That
time, it's
justifies
like,
me. I watch Game of Thrones for
this
the
can.
Just for the podcast.
for the hidden things.
Yeah. No, I have a thing that's similar.
This can obviously has a drink in it. You don't, but they have empty. It's like holding an empty can, and it's just.
I have a thing that's similar, but it's not coffee. Every time somebody talks on the phone, right, and they pick a phone up and they're acting like they're on their phone, I always look at the screen of the phone and it's
Black.
on the home screen.
Yeah.
Yep.
They're not like you because you know when
Yeah,
you call
yeah.
somebody, the
Right.
call thing
Right,
pops
right,
up.
right.
My
And it's
blender bottle, I can do that.
but like they answer the phone and the screen on the phone is just like the list of apps, and I'm like, they're not on the phone.
Yeah, that's insane.
I would agree that I've noticed that.
Maybe they were on
I've
the phone, you
noticed-
just
I've
exit
noticed
out
what
to the home screen.
Cam was talking about, but I think I've noticed the phone
The guy
thing
doesn't
more.
answer the phone; they just hang up, and they.
No, you're just on speaker. Like, it's on like the bar on the top is the green, and like they're back in the home screen.
But they did what I did.
Oh, I don't know.
You carry the conversation. People.
How do you survive
yeah.
Donkey Kong?
Now, so that's a thing. So I understand. I've never thought about the coffee thing. However, in real life, I've had people being like, "Hey, I have a coffee. Do you want this coffee?" And they think they're being such a sweetheart. And really, I guess it's
I
the
could
thought
try
that
to
counts.
prove Cam wrong, but I don't know if he wants his couches.
It's the thought that counts. But The truth is
I'll just do it above David.
whoa, chill. I don't drink coffee, so every time somebody tries to be really nice to make or give me a coffee, it's always like
Free dating online.
there's.
That was an ad. Sorry.
I don't want you. I'm trying to pull it up without having to talk about it yet.
No.
So
We're talking about online dating.
Yeah. That is the most untrustworthy thing you could ever
dating
do.
the number 2 killer on the planet.
Yeah, sickos.
Anyways, I see it all the time, and I might go through the work to put together a compilation of people compilation of people just with their coffee cups. Like,
How many people do
obviously-
you know just like buy coffees for random people though?
None.
That's the other thing.
I know. And every Hallmark movie, it starts with the person's in the office, and then someone walks in, or someone's working at the bakery, obviously in the Hallmark, and then someone just walks in, the guy who's visiting or the girl who's visiting from out of town, and they walk in, and they're stressed, and they go, "Here, I got you a coffee," and they're like, "Oh, this is what I needed."
And here's this.
I don't know any coffee drinker who gets
another-
up in the morning, goes to work saying, "I need coffee so bad," and doesn't get it.
Here's the other
Like,
thing.
oh, actually, I already had a ton of coffee this morning.
Here's the
I
other
don't
thing. This is
want
how you
that.
know
What
it's
is
not
this?
realistic.
This isn't 3 creams, 2 sugars. What is
Exactly.
this?
Yeah.
Like, what in the
People
world?
are really specific.
I know.
with
You
their
don't
coffees.
give
picky.
somebody a coffee.
So for
And
VBS,
especially, okay, David, you know what? I'm going to pick David up a coffee.
don't.
What kind of psychopath would pick you up a coffee, not knowing what you like, and not say, "Hey, David,
Yeah.
what coffee you like?"
I would text back and go, I don't drink
Right.
coffee.
But if you liked coffee,
What?
you'd say,
I don't
Have
drink
we talked
coffee.
about this?
I mean, anytime somebody asks me
"What
about
if
it,
you
I go,
wanted
"I don't drink
coffee? If you
But,
did
like,
drink, you tell me."
But
"Yeah,
I'm the
thanks,
perfect
man.
example because
Would
I
you
already
like-
had some.
If
Or-
somebody got you a coffee, would you turn it down though?
yes,
Yeah. If it was bad.
No,
I would.
that's why
Yeah,
it's
but you're
another.
not a coffee drinker.
That's what I mean.
though.
It's
not
I've
trying
been
to
in
feel
a
like
you would have
situation.
to say, "Oh, thank you."
No, I wouldn't turn it down. I've had that happen where it happened this year. Have to be careful, but I had we got Starbucks and breakfast, and then went to a place.
Did you have your ring on, sicko?
Yes, it was me and my wife, and the person had coffee and breakfast for us. And
What a
so we
blessing.
were
What a
like,
blessing.
What a blessing.
we just tossed them and
What?
drank
Not a blessing.
and
This guy.
and drank that coffee
This guy's-
This guy.
and that stuff. Well, no,
This
but
guy.
I'm not gonna.
Make
Just-
me a blessing.
I'm not gonna say no. I don't want your stuff that you got me. No, I'm gonna drink their stuff, eat their stuff because that's nice of them.
But that's the other thing is people are so specific on their coffee orders, and I only know this is so because my wife works the kitchen during VBS week, so she like makes all the snacks for all the kids, and they go through all the different stuff. Well, before we go to VBS, they each take turns on who runs to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or whatever to get a coffee for
You're
everybody
shaking
else in the
couch
kitchen.
right now, by the way.
It's a massage couch. You didn't know he bought a new one. So I know now I'm thinking about it. My whole train of thought's jacked up.
Yeah, I know.
So I know that people get crazy drinks, and no two drinks are alike.
Yep.
It's like the fingerprint
Yeah, yeah.
of the caffeine world, and
That's what happens when you have so many choices.
yeah, there's no chance unless you specifically know. Like if somebody, like let's say. Let's say I've seen Cameron order
He does that
the
to me all
coffee
the
that he likes 30 times, then I'm gonna know what his order is and I can go and get that.
Yeah.
But like, just to get somebody a coffee
Yeah.
is such a risky move for it to more than likely not play out
Yeah.
the way you want it to.
Well, then like, I feel like maybe for like a guy,
I have
it's
that
easier
story,
because
but I
like
can't tell it because I think
my
someone close might listen to the podcast, but I've never in my life. It's like wow.
I gotta be honest with you, this is way too in depth about coffee orders.
well,
Yeah.
but
You really
I would
opened
like
up-
to.
It's
You
not.
opened up Pandora's box
It's
here.
not
I wanna-
coffee necessarily. It's the ethics of what is appropriate when and how do we do these things.
So what you're saying for all our male listeners who are single, that's not the move.
No, it's you don't buy somebody a breakfast sandwich or a meal without unless.
Hey, look, and y'all want to give me a ham, egg, and cheese.
So what you're saying is the proper says, "Hey, I'm running to Dunkin'. Do you want anything?"
Yes, that's the proper thing to do. You don't just show up with the thing. Unless
Hey.
you know it very well, but you don't just willy-nilly show up.
you
with
just
like,
say-
"Hey, I got you breakfast." Like, well, actually,
Yeah.
I already ate breakfast. Thanks.
No, that's fine. You just say, "Hey, last time you threw out your coffee cup, I checked it and I read the order. So I got you this.
I tasted it.
This is such a college guy move. They like always like buy a bunch of coffee or they've seen what the girl in class drinks and then they'll do it. But what happens when the girl already has a coffee there and you're like, hey, I brought you a coffee?
I don't think they would turn down a second one if it's their favorite.
Hey, listen.
And you say, hey, I put an air tag under.
Dustin has his microphone upside down.
Stupid. So hey, I put an air tag on your car and followed you to Dunkin'. And then when you left, I said, hey, that car right there. What did they order by chance?
Yeah.
But
Hey, give that car
now
credit
here's the
on me.
move.
Here.
Now here's the thing, fellas.
I'll take one of those.
If you are going to be creepy and just buy coffees for people all the time, at least get a dozen donuts so I can eat the Boston creams.
That's the move.
Yeah, bro. You show up with a box of donuts, I'll be your best friend.
Because that's not a meal and it's something that is.
Who doesn't like donuts?
You can buy a dozen donuts.
That's true. They would kill him.
How dare you?
You can buy a dozen donuts and show up anywhere, and it's like, oh, thanks, dude.
Yeah.
Or you can buy, like, for instance,
You have to have like a veggie dipping tray.
Mackenzie bought like from Heritage Bible Baptist Church, Greenwood Police. She bring like randomly on a Friday, she'll buy lunch for the whole police department in town, town members or whatever.
Is that expensive? Like how many police?
So she'll buy Chick-fil-A. So I don't know. It's probably over. It's well over $100. But she'll buy
like
Chick-fil-A.
$700.
She'll call ahead the day before or that morning and say, "Hey, I'm gonna bring in lunch on Heritage Bible Baptist Church." It's a good way to connect with the community, connect with the officers.
Right,
You know,
we
speeding tickets.
did the same thing for Smyrna. We bought them all Dunkin' coffees
Hey,
and stuff.
right.
Dunkin'
Your
Donuts.
church will get your eternal rewards later.
So my point is, you call and do that. You don't just show up and say, "Hey, I got you all lunch," as they're sitting there eating their lunch. It's like, oh,
we bought gift cards.
yeah, that's
And
good.
we put like a and then just handed the gift cards
Right,
out to the different.
Is that bribing an officer? Giving him a gift card?
Yes.
Hey,
Totally worth it.
and I haven't gotten a speeding ticket since. No.
Yeah. I think it's bribing.
Well,
But we'll be at jobs sometimes, and the homeowner, the good move when the homeowner will come in and say, "Hey, Friday I'm bringing pizza in the afternoon for whoever's here," and it'll be like Thursday. It's like, okay, cool, thanks. But I have been at a job site where I'm literally eating, and the homeowner drives up with like 10 pizzas, not knowing who's gonna be at the job site.
right.
And me and my brother are the only people there, and we are like,
And you can't eat any of it because you guys are allergic to.
well, I will cheat at that point. Not like a lot, but I'll be like, yeah.
So to
and
be
like,
nice, you
put
eat it anyway.
Put it under the table. You know, it's like,
Compromiser.
Now here's one of the things is I have a general rule where I usually don't turn down free food. So I've actually done it here
I know.
where I've eaten dinner at my house,
Yep.
showed up, and Kayla was like, I made food. And I was like, give me a plate. And I'm just like, let's go. So now Cam
impossible.
specifically texts us
Yes.
before we come over on whether or not there's going to be food here.
So it's just an ethical thing where it's like,
It's a weird stance to.
well, I was talking about coffee cups initially.
Yeah.
And then it
Yeah.
kind of went into the the coffee thing's weird too, just showing up with coffee like, hey, you want coffee? I'm going to ask you first.
Speaking of donuts, the donuts at your wedding were.
Yeah, they were good. Jack's Donuts.
Man, Harry
Yeah.
told me that those donuts would change my life, and I said I don't believe it, and then they did.
They're really
Yeah,
good.
You're welcome.
All right, let's stop being foolish. Let's get into emails. Here we go. Did we read this one last week?
No.
How to improve the pod from.
I think we did read this one.
No.
You
didn't read
No,
it.
she
All right.
did. Yeah, we read this one.
Yeah, we.
Did you?
yeah.
All right, here we go. Boom. Go ahead, David.
Apocalypse from
we read
Tori Easter. No, we have not. Hello again. For my apocalypse team, I'd choose number 1, my dad, who is Michael Easter, because he has a bunch of guns. Seems like a good reason to choose
That's
somebody.
fair.
Yeah, I
That's
guess
good.
it could be the wild card or preacher option. Number 2, Joe Biden. Okay, because not only do we have the nuclear codes, he might unintentionally negotiate a peace treaty with his incoherent babbling. Because he speaks a zombie.
You know the thing.
Yes, you know the thing.
When I was a boy,
Crazy.
when I was a boy, and I would go to a taxidermy shop and play with the animals.
and the kids would braid my leg hair or whatever he said. Number 3, I don't know what actor I would choose. Bruce Lee is dead. He would be a zombie, so he's out. I guess Donald Trump, because he's acted before, and I don't doubt that he's got a bunker
Back
somewhere.
to New York.
Not if he's arrested.
Home Alone 2. Another good debate is whether or not a human clone. Is whether or not a human clone.
He's supposed to be arrested Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
Predictions. Predictions. Arrested, yes or no?
Was he when this comes out?
He's not going to get arrested.
Indicted.
No,
Dustin?
He's not.
What?
Arrested, yes or no?
Is Trump
No.
getting arrested? No.
He's not going to
No?
get arrested. He might get detained, or like it's not going to be.
Do you think
like,
you'll do it like an AOC when she got arrested and use it as a political thing?
Oh,
When
yeah.
she got like fake
But he's not
handcuffs?
going
He's a
to.
spin
Yeah.
master.
They know it's going to be too loud.
Yeah.
It's not happening. Good. I think part of his leaking that he was going to get arrested was so everyone's like, oh, well, everyone's
think you
talking
would-
about it now. It's going to be a big thing. So no.
Do you think you would host a rally where he comes in a cop car and shows up in like a Department of Justice orange jumpsuit?
DOC. That would be pretty funny.
Department of Corrections, yeah.
That's funny.
Here we go.
I would do that if I was him.
That would be perfect.
Another good debate is whether or not a human clone would have a soul.
His prison tag would say 2024.
Those I've asked have said no because God didn't create it, which I think which would have been my knee-jerk reaction to that statement, which makes no sense to me because there are millions of children born from IVF.
No, it didn't.
Ethics of cloning aside, I think it's an interesting topic. Here's the thing, Tori.
Ask Elon.
Yes, it seems
IVF
like I'm still only one in Camp David.
Thank you, Tori. I appreciate that.
No. IVF is still
Is still
It's still
man and
in
woman.
yes, it's
Yeah,
still
there's
a
still
man's
two
seed
sets of
and a
original
woman's
human DNA.
egg, and the baby
Yeah.
is grown in a woman's womb.
Right. It is still
It's not
It's still-
artificial.
yeah, it's not. You're not creating something that didn't initially exist. It's a natural. Still a natural.
all of the
creation.
ingredients to create human life are
are still
present.
there. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Now a clone. Now, if they were to take some of my DNA and make a second David, I am
You're
inclined.
too old.
Well, the way that cloning
These
works.
are burned up. His cells are just mutilated.
Go off.
I'm inclined to say that they would be like Harry, no soul,
and all knows.
True.
because it would be man-made and yes, not created by God the way God intended humans to be created.
If it's developed in the womb of a woman, it's
Because you have the
all you
nutrients.
have
The
is-
nutrients are
but
coming
if it's
from the
made-
woman.
Yeah, if it's made in a lab, I don't even know how. I honestly, we're not scientists. I'm not whatever that is, but I do know IVF is so great. Whatever. I don't know all the. Again, I have not looked into this enough to say if it's morally right or whatever. But I do know sometimes we went to the doctor's office for our baby appointment, and the lady let us know that she was a lesbian. She was just talking
Felt
about
the
it.
need to tell you.
Has 2 kids. And so I was thinking, when did she must have been with a man. And she told us literally, yeah, I had 2 IVFs or whatever it's called. So I'm just like, okay, well, that's how that happened. So
And those kids have souls
yes,
for sure.
those kids have souls.
And I would argue is because all of the parts needed to create a human being are present. Like the equation A plus B equals C
Yeah.
is there.
I will say this. The lady I was talking to had a partner, and that partner is not the father
right.
of those kids.
But there
the
is
father
a
of those
father
kids is
somewhere.
a man somewhere.
Somewhere.
They will
Right.
be able to track down
Who
that
may
man.
not know.
They will be able to track down that man
Yeah.
because of the DNA in that kid. And that kid has the characteristics, looks,
Right.
and genetics and stuff of their father. Even though they don't know they might know who he is, or it might just be some. I don't know how it all works. But
Now, if
it's
they were to
human.
clone somebody younger like Dustin, right?
Yeah.
And
They're trying to survive the
right,
zombie
yeah.
apocalypse,
If they were to clone somebody younger like Dustin, that would just be Dustin. There would be no part B to that equation,
Yeah.
I'm too confused.
thus making it soulless.
Making it no soul.
All right.
Lacking.
Brody Knox sent I gave him $10.
He's asking for more money.
Yes, he sent his thing again. He sent it again.
Brody,
He's got to be
getting
sending out
greedy.
the email, and it's just going to all the people on the
Yeah.
list.
Tell
there's
him
a
to
group
stop
list.
it.
There's a good chance.
All right.
Well, Brody,
All right.
Michael
3.
Shelton.
One word.
be careful.
Humans beat ants every time.
My man.
Well, okay, but this is so stupid. One word, flamethrower.
Yep.
Okay, so when they come in your house, you
Yeah.
just burn your
Yeah.
house down.
Yeah. Second word, gasoline.
Like, what? You're gonna burn your car, burn your house, burn everything.
What happens?
Burn the
Yeah.
world. Just
Non-replenishable.
crispy those monsters.
Crispify.
Oh yeah.
How
Annie
can you
was
read that? You don't
hilarious.
have your glasses.
You
I have my
say
contacts
you
on.
Oh, okay.
you say missed call. I say divine Dustin dialing.
I'm not sure.
God has a reason for everything. Love you guys on the podcast. Please don't stop. You're a loyal, lovable, lucrative listener. Michael Shelton. David is my favorite.
Oh,
That was
boy,
good.
David.
Oh, look at that.
they're coming out for me. Why didn't you vote for me to live in the zombie apocalypse? Still love you.
All right, moving on. Here we go. Here we go. This is yours, Dusty.
From Lily Brown. Hello, you bunch of 12-year-old abusers. That's right. That's right.
It hasn't happened yet.
That's her name. Don't wear it out.
It would be premeditated if it happened.
Speak for yourself,
We're
Harry.
abusers non-practicing.
Well, that's for you. Just applies to you. First off, I would like to say I do believe we would win the war with ants.
Look at that.
Amen. You're a smart. Is this the one we tried to set up with Harry?
Yeah,
before?
one of them.
Yeah,
One of
yeah.
them.
Only because we could go somewhere cold and wintry where they would not survive, and we could bomb the mainland.
Yes.
LOL. Right.
I mean, maybe not.
Then we could return a
Bomb it.
year or so later. Sorry to all the doubting Thomases who are dumb enough to think we could be beat by tiny little bugs who, even if they had the intelligence of humans, do not have a very big brain capacity because they're all mostly smaller than a big grape in size. Secondly, I live in North Carolina, and Jacob Shoemake.
Yeah.
And Jacob
Shoemake, next time I see you, run!
Oh, God.
Sorry. Thanks for taking the time to read this, and I apologize to Ruth for the incompetence that my friend displayed.
Oh, because my Shoemake said that
that Ruth was
is
fake.
Is Lily in disguise or whatever.
Yeah.
I
remember.
think Lily is
Don't let
into
your bones
Jacob.
dry.
Oh,
Yeah.
Huh.
I can see what's happening.
So,
I totally missed something.
They don't have a clue. They'll fall in love, and
That's
here's
a
the
lower.
bottom line.
it's a lower. No,
Our
you have to
trio's down to 2.
Oh.
The sweet
What is
caress
it?
of twilight.
It's, yeah.
There's magic
Magic
in the air.
And
Everywhere.
with all this
Romantic atmosphere. Disasters in the air.
What is
What
this?
song is this?
We're going to get sued by Disney.
I know.
No,
it's
that's not going to resemble
What is
anything that
this?
they put out.
Can
No,
you feel love
I
tonight?
promise you
No.
that is a really good Timon impression by me from Timon and Pumbaa.
All right, here we go.
No,
that's
we didn't
what
get
it
to
was.
respond to it. If you bomb the mainland, they live underground and they just
I know, that's what I was gonna say.
repopulate.
Gas it.
Do you
bro.
realize I have
bombs.
a listen?
Talking
They
about-
breed and have 800 more ants a day.
And they die
per-
within a week.
Do you understand how much damage a 2,000-pound bomb
But-
does?
Ants only live like a week or 2.
Okay, but still,
And there's still
if one ant
20 quadrillion of them.
make 800 and then those 800 make more and it does keep
And if they're smart, dude, they're not just.
You just kill the queens and then the drones.
You could just you just go kill the queens right now.
Hey, who out there's a queen? Bang.
No, I mean you don't find the queen.
Come
you
out
kill
here,
them-
you
kill
wimp.
them
Stand up.
indiscriminately.
Me and you, we can
I
avoid this
dare
whole
you.
war.
Yeah, send out your best fighter like Goliath.
Really? I'm on your team.
If I kill you,
These guys are dumb.
Your champion will be servant to you.
But
Lily-
if you kill us,
Lily, we're
If we
on
kill
a
you,
higher
if you-
level of thinking than these Neanderthals here next to me.
all right, here we go. This is Dylan, and it's Dylan Brooks. Hey guys, hope you're having a good day. I've been listening from the start and look forward to your episodes every Monday. I cut grass, so I'm always listening to something, so I just started listening to everything again.
Man, dude,
Attaboy.
dude, What a fan.
Doesn't get better with age.
Listening to everything again and have heard stuff that I missed the first time.
Except
I would
David.
like to say that I would destroy 112-year-olds. I do it all the time. It's not that hard. And I would charge the ants with a water hose.
Yes.
Cameron is definitely my favorite.
No.
Hey, man, I give you a high five every time. They say you're...
That's fair. That's true. Well, that's,
I do.
all 3 times?
Dude, you've got a lot.
Yeah.
I'm team everyone at
You got a lot.
this couch. Anyways.
Listen, here it is. Here it is.
Thanks, bud. Yeah.
I thought he was going to do something sneaky.
Yeah.
Cameron is
Exchange.
definitely my
Like the
favorite. My
classic.
number is
Yeah.
904. Oh, yeah.
Don't read that out loud.
P.S. It's a buggy. My man, Dylan.
I do
Dylan.
believe that he's the young man that made our tumblers.
Oh, is that him?
I believe so.
No.
I have that in my house. I drank from it.
That
like last
is
week.
awesome.
Ew.
Thanks, Dylan. Awesome.
I love it.
It's a shame
We
when
read-
those ants bite
I
a hole
met-
through that water hose, though.
Michael Shelton
When
at
the
Youth
ants
Ablaze,
bite a hole
didn't
through
I?
that water hose,
Yeah.
though.
All right. We'll read Jordan Calhoun. She's been getting on a lot. That's good, Jordan. Dustin, go ahead and read it.
Of course I have a rebuttal. I like to argue. So do I. Dustin, you can argue with
Let's
me
hook
all
Jordan
you want,
Calhoun
but what
up
it
with
really
that-
comes down to is you're just
Dylan.
a wimp.
Dustin, when you
What?
become unsingled.
Unsingled, singled.
Then I'll have a lot of women to apologize to. I'm not scared of them because if I need to, I know how to beat them. Well, go
Oh,
nuts.
yeah. Get behind it.
Go nuts. You get out there in the ocean and you fight a shark. Let me know how much fun that is. David, I feel like 5 people was a reasonable sacrifice.
I don't know.
What was that?
I think
too?
that's me.
Am I sacrificing
I
people?
don't know. They probably did
How'd you
something to
find out
deserve the
about
shark
that?
to attack it.
Who are you sacrificing?
I think it's just the amount
The
of people that a
12-year-olds.
shark have. No, I think it has to do with sharks. They probably did something to deserve the shark to attack it. I've made my peace with it.
Oh
You should
my
too.
gosh, look at that last bit.
Look, I'm going to be the bigger person, man, because Dustin's short and not keep arguing.
I've never even heard that.
What?
Yes,
Just now. How does she know I'm short?
Dude, I didn't even, honestly, the trauma that you suffered tonight, I did not realize that was in there.
It's okay.
Bro.
Just now, when Sharknado hits, and it will, I will more than likely be the only person y'all kind of know who will survive, and I will not use my resources on you.
She's gonna be
I think
dragging
they threw-
What resources
I
is
think they threw a
this?
propane tank in there and
Come
like
out,
shot it with
keep
like a
strong, keep
sniper.
strong. Don't act whooped.
It was something
I'm not.
dumb like
I'm
that.
just confused.
Wait a minute.
Like so she said rebuttal, but then she said there isn't actually a rebuttal here.
I'm
They threw a
sorry,
bomb.
but I'm
They
Team
Threw a
Jordan.
bomb in the,
I'm Team Jordan.
Sharknado and had
I have to
shoot it.
say,
Jordan said I
Like
was her
Jaws,
favorite,
but in
so
the
I
tornado.
gotta stick with my people.
did she? She said that.
Yeah, she
It
said
might have been like a
we
bigger
had. I don't
bomb,
know. She
but,
said
like that concept.
something about
I gotta-
we were on the same team.
I gotta
don't
say
know.
the low blow short thing. I was not expecting that. They definitely threw me for a loop.
low blow short thing.
I would have. There's a lot of other things I would have gotten there before. Did you see what I did?
Let's see. Where did she say I was her favorite?
Yeah, no, that's listen, Jordan, you just don't.
Cam, just look up, Cam's my favorite in your Gmail and it'll pop
I
up
don't know, yeah.
if you're that insecure.
No,
Why do you, Harrison has called every person at this
No, I
couch
would call it.
insecure
I did,
tonight.
Yes, you
yeah.
called me insecure.
It's really just a mask.
Yes, you did.
Also,
No.
I didn't
did.
say anyone.
Yes, you did. Every person.
About you. I mean, it was last week.
What? No, he called
was-
you
no,
insecure
'cause it was
about
about
the thing.
you
Called
trying
him
to.
and you. No, he did, dude.
What for?
Who
What?
did?
I don't know, but he's
I
just
don't
throwing it
remember.
around.
It was an hour and
The
a half
one,
ago.
who
the one
called
who
us?
Maybe
speaks
it's really just a
is
mask for my
he that
insecurity.
speaketh
I missed
is.
it.
He's, anyways, Jordan. I
I'm
don't
gonna go
know.
back and
Second
listen.
paragraph. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Look, I'm just
It
going to
was
be the bigger
there, yeah.
person, man, because Dustin's short. That's a low blow.
No, you wait a moment. I know. I said that. I already said that already.
Googling
Stalking this little
insults.
girl.
He's googling
I'm
comebacks.
just joking.
I was just trying to figure out what's going on here.
What are you doing?
Dustin isn't short.
Yeah, bro, he's a solid 5'8".
5'9".
No, he's not. I've
That-
never.
No, what do you? What are you really though? 5'10", 5'11"?
No, 5'9".
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
How tall are you, David?
You're like a giant in North Korea.
A hair under 6 feet.
Harrison?
6.
I'm like 5'11" and 3/4.
So you got that flip.
So I usually just say 6 foot.
Yeah.
It's interesting that she would have caught that I was short. I mean, there's other things she could have picked on before we got there.
Fat.
Yeah, but
She
this
could have
one's
said
funny.
fat. She
could
could
have said ugly.
She could have said hairy. She could have said
could have said
hair. Something about my hairline. I don't know.
She could have said.
There's a lot of other things.
I mean,
so
you
she
have a
really,
nice haircut,
I'm thinking of. I'm
she
trying
really-
to think of your faults. She could have said.
she really dug.
Hey, confess your
She's
faults.
stuck-
Go.
No, I mean,
height would be one of them. I wish I was 6 foot. I mean, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I can find you.
Have you ever thought about stilts?
6 foot is not platform shoes.
I can find you something negative about her real quick. Just
Okay.
Just let me see.
Other
Well, no,
than
she's
she-
on Team Cam. I'm pretty sure.
And she's stupid. That's what the
Sit.
negative thing
I
is.
can't. Okay.
Oh, what are you doing, bro?
I was trying to just
What are you
find
doing?
something
Let's
negative
just
about her.
move
I have
on.
to.
I'm
Just-
over this.
Are you
Next.
trying to do this to
Next.
like?
Just to help you, man.
No, you're gonna be like, oh, there's
Listen.
nothing negative.
Listen.
Oh, she's she's on my team.
She's on
There's
my
nothing
team.
negative
There's
about
not
her.
a darn
What do
thing
you
wrong
know?
here.
All right. All right,
I think
Jordan.
we've been on this too long.
Thanks for that.
Giving her too much attention.
Yeah.
I'm
All
just
right.
reading all the emails that get sent. I'm sorry that she keeps sending them.
You keep going back to that email though.
Yeah, literally.
You keep opening it back.
How to survive.
How to?
All right.
All
back-
right, here we go. We're back. Part 2. Animal.
I'm gonna see if it
attacks.
says this.
Here we go.
Kangaroo.
Here we go. How to survive an animal attack. First, before we read it, what is the animal for number 1? We're
Sharks.
going sharks. Before we read it,
Yep.
how are you guys gonna survive a shark attack? And we'll see if our plans line up with what they say.
I'm gonna shoot
Number
it.
1, never get in the water.
Yeah, number one, be on
yes,
land.
That's
Yep.
easy. I'm gonna get behind it.
I'm gonna,
I'm gonna grab it by his tail.
listen, which is very easy to do.
backwards.
It's
People
like, it goes. It's like, oh my gosh! Oh, I got my dorsal fin.
How did he know?
Dorsal fin.
How did he know?
Oh my mercy!
I stuck his fingers in my gills.
Ah,
You guys are giving me the chills.
I'm a dumb shark. Baby shark, 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 baby shark, shark,
There you go.
dying shark, 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 shark.
All right, so out of 1 to 5,
Yep.
what do you believe your chances of surviving a shark attack are?
Well, okay, if I'm getting bit by a shark,
What shark? Like,
and they do like a spin thing too, like don't they?
I mean, they're thrashing.
Yeah,
you
so
know,
Yeah, they
so
do
it's
like they whip back and forth.
Yeah, so
Most of
I'm
the time-
going. I'm gonna try and find. They say punch it in the nose, right?
They say that.
yeah,
I'm gonna
the
punch it in
snout
there,
and
but
the
I'm
eyes.
probably depending on if it's on your foot, you don't know. But I'm gonna try and put my. I mean, literally, I'm 6'3". I gotta reach down to my foot 6 feet away. Like,
I love how they're like to
No, you
stop
just
a
use your-
shark
you
from
just-
attacking.
No, you're
you-
underwater. You have more strong. You just lift your leg up.
Karate.
I love how they're like to stop a shark from attacking, punch it in the nose or poke it in the eye, and I'm like, I mean that's how I fight against humans.
Yeah, right.
It's just
You want to get it in a reverse chokehold and guillotine
So you
it,
pull-
drop it.
and you
pull
pull them
humans
and you
back.
pull people backwards,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then they can't breathe.
All right.
So 1 out of 5, how are you going to be able to survive a shark attack?
So when I've tried to punch in the water,
It
You
doesn't-
try this
you
I
all
don't
just-
have much
yeah, all the
force.
time.
Punch it in the nose, like
It's gonna feel like
You have to
it's gonna
get
feel
up.
like this.
You just have to hope they swim into your fist. You're like aiming it up.
you have to hit it. Like
What would
you
that
have-
feel like?
They always say hit it in the nose. Okay, well, hopefully it's above water when I'm punching it in the nose, because just like a gun in the water, you pull the trigger, the bullet.
What's
only
gonna
goes so-
happen is you're gonna go to punch as hard as you can, and then you're just gonna put your arm in his mouth, and then he's
I'll
gonna
try
bite
to
it
hit
off.
the nose, try to hit the
Like,
nose,
oh, no.
whatever, gouge the eyes, fins. I mean,
I think you move so slow.
You just
Yeah,
shoot
so
it.
slow.
You just shoot the shark. Have you ever played Far Cry 3? You shoot the sharks.
how convenient.
1 to 5, go.
I have to do 5 things.
You're no. 1 to 5. Are you going to be able to survive
Odds
the
of
shark attack?
survival, 5 being like high
Uh-huh.
survival.
Look,
Five
I- yeah.
being
I
you're
would
gonna
roast
win.
the shark. I'd be like, look, you don't have it what it's in you to be one of those 60 sharks that kill
No,
somebody.
you have to say,
You
hey,
don't have it in you.
what happened in your childhood that's
Brought you to
emotion?
this place.
It said, I
Let's
know
have
the
a talk.
statistics of how many people die. It's not even worth your time, pal. You might just swim away now.
There's only 6 a year that get killed. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna be one of
I
them.
ain't gonna be that one.
I-
David,
right here,
I
right
would
now.
survive. I would survive.
I'm a 1. I would die
From a shark?
from a shark.
Yeah.
If I was in the middle of a shark attack, here's why. 1, if I get attacked by a shark, it's because I'm already drowning because I can't swim.
You can't swim?
No.
What?
No.
Really?
David,
I'm bad at it.
can you swim?
No,
You
I
just
just said
said-
no.
No, but I'm like,
Him saying you cannot swim implies that he cannot swim.
starting-
It's not a trick.
I mean,
and I mean what I said. To like a
So what
hard
you're
No, I mean, like, if we
is,
drop you in
If
water,
you're
are
in
you
the
going?
water,
Yeah, bro.
not even tread
buoyant.
water.
Not naturally buoyant.
I can't tread like I will float, but I will float 3 feet below the water. Like,
just go down?
Yeah, bro.
I've never met anyone that does this.
I'm so bad at swimming, bro.
Well,
I can't do it.
That's insane.
They say like,
why
you'll do it like the natural
so why are you stupid?
My brain is broke. I almost drowned when I was like 4.
Explains a lot of unanswered
Why
questions.
didn't you finish it off?
My grandfather saved my life.
Oh,
What a misread
misread
that situation.
It's
It's like you saved your life and now you grow up to be a
Now I can't swim at all.
podcaster.
Yeah. He's looking down and he's like,
He's like, wow, that was.
Oof.
I am really curious. Like, I feel like
Should've
as far as
just let him do it.
documenting
big regrets.
how
no,
many.
I remember it very vividly.
Yeah.
I was helping him clean their pool, and I was playing with like the skimmer, the thing that you scoop leaves out of the pool.
And then a shark came out.
but since I was like a little kid,
Yep.
As opposed to a little man.
Did that
Yes.
traumatize you where you just stayed away from the ocean?
I'm here.
I don't know about traumatized, but I didn't have
Get a rough-
like
The
a
desire
desire
to be
to go
Huh?
be a water person.
I know.
Hey, Cam,
It's also.
David's
11.
talking about his trauma. We could, fix his
Exploit it.
phobias. Aquaphobia over
You're
here.
just gonna throw me in a pool. You're gonna waterboard me?
That's
I don't
what
know.
you
What
do
do you
with
mean? How are you
babies.
gonna?
Hey,
What
we
you-
could do that. We have
Listen.
a hose outside. Calm down, it's fine hoodie. And a hose. Actually, we just need like a pitcher of water.
Interestingly enough, the same way.
Stop it, Cam. You're scaring him.
The same way you train babies to swim is the same way you train old people to swim. So
Just poured water on Dave.
and he's crying. Now he's crying.
Stop! It's too much. Therapy session's over.
It's the SpongeBob and Patrick meme.
I can't
where he's
take baths
Stop
to
it,
this
Patrick!
day."
You're scaring him.
I take a bath with a washcloth.
Yeah,
like
bro,
like
I
a
just-
sponge bath.
Yeah. Yeah. That's how I do it. No, I was playing with the pool skimmer, and like when it went under the water,
Do they have dry
The-
body wash?
it was heavier than I could pick it back up, so I just fell into the water, and I was just under the water, and then I felt the hand grab me and
Alright.
pull me up.
I felt a hand
Look.
reach down to reach.
Nurture rinse-free foaming cleanser bath wash.
We're starting a segment where Dustin just researches things that exist.
Yeah.
'Cause he was talking about it, and he's like,
no reason.
he just randomly says, I always search stuff that exists and see just to see if it exists. I'm like, that'd be a wonderful segment, Dustin.
Well, there's part 1. Yeah,
exists.
Rinseless bath wash or body wash, whatever you want to call it.
That sounds gross.
Like
That's
a dry wash, like a dry shampoo, but for
It's,
your
it's
body.
like yeah.
This
like
episode
cake
brought
on
to you
it.
by
Try.
Amazon Choice. Visit the Nurture Valley store. Nurture rinse-free foaming cleanser, waterless shower, and bath wash with aloe. Aloe
Aloe.
for sensitive dry skin for women camping.
Women
Why does
in
it say
camping.
dry skin for women camping, elderly, and hospital patients?
Speaking of women, your wife said something so funny between episodes here.
she did.
Kayla comes downstairs and
Why did all
Harry
the fun happen before I got here?
Harry this was just before we
were
recorded
doing
this.
Oh, sorry.
So and Harry looks at Cameron and goes, "Cameron, did you know that you married the second most dangerous animal on the planet?" And she
No, the
looks
killer, the second
the second most biggest killer on the planet. And she looks over at me and Harry. She goes, "What? Women?" And I lost it.
Yes.
I mean, we want to get biblical, you know.
I admit, she ain't
All right, so you see
wrong.
this can? See the difference?
Oh my gosh, we're back.
There's nothing in that can.
No, but you can tell, like it's empty, right? Like it's
Yeah.
that's how they do the coffee cups. Obvious. It's like,
It really bothers
This
you.
comes full
they go,
circle.
they go.
Dustin, from 1 to 5, what
You
do you
surviving
think
a
your
shark
odds to
attack?
survive?
Surviving.
There you go.
I'm just gonna shoot it. That's what I know to do.
I think my odds of surviving are good. I just don't think like I would probably get bitten because most of the time like
Yeah,
they bite
I-
and just go away. Like they become disinterested.
Yeah, I would say it wasn't, and that,
I
and
would
that's,
say, you know,
that's where I think the
I know-
statistic gets
They
screwed
say
up.
this like that's
They
Jersey
say
water.
It hurts me more than it hurts you.
Yeah,
Listen,
I-
just to spite,
Jersey.
just to be on Dustin's team and to spite Miss Calhoun, I'm gonna say that sharks are the most dangerous thing on the planet. And
After gorillas.
In
would kill
order
us.
not to attract sharks, avoid getting blood or urine in the water.
All right, so,
well,
that's
Those
not gonna
kids
happen.
in the pool are.
there's another shark attack at the public pool today.
That's what you get.
That's an epidemic.
It's like all the like the fat kid like you did this to yourself.
That's what you get.
Now I don't know
If
if
you
this
meet
is true,
a
but
shark face to face. Don't turn your back and don't try to run away.
Don't flail like something. All right. Don't flail. Guys, I cannot believe it said do not go to the bathroom in the water.
Well, don't.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it, bro.
That's just so funny to me.
If you are caught.
When I'm in at Florida, Florida, like there, we have a pool. And my dad as well. And so the sign says, "Welcome to our ool." Notice there's no pee in it.
I want to real quick. It says if you are caught, aim at the eyes and gills. It doesn't say any. It just says aim. It doesn't say to do anything.
All right.
It just says aim. So
Also,
if you have a gun, just aim it.
Jordan,
don't shoot. Just aim the thing.
If you are vertical in the water, sharks will not be sure what you are. Consequently, they'll be less inclined to think that you're food. Who? How do you know that?
Jordan,
Because
could you send us?
You're not a big shadow.
Send us the information
Sharks.
that you got,
Yeah.
Jordan. Send us
Show them pictures.
Jordan, listen.
What is this?
Jordan's not listening.
Jordan,
she's given up. She's
Send us
not
the
smart enough.
Send us the information that you found about getting simply get behind it and pull it or whatever. Send us that info. I want to see where that's from.
I knew it is not a man of God.
Hit the X.
Oh.
Yeah, you probably
What?
hit that. There we go.
Harry coming
There
through.
we go.
There we go. All
I
right.
missed
I'm
something.
sick as a dog. Here we
What
go.
Animal
happened?
number 2, kangaroo.
All
All right, here's the thing that I know about a kangaroo.
I know they're strong.
They're like Jack Deere.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. But if get behind it.
Grab its tail.
Look,
Jokes inside of them.
Are you serious?
I mean, I don't know what you do once you get behind
No.
it, but kangaroos can't do anything behind them.
they have
Like
to
they have
kick.
to they have to turn around.
Yeah.
And so if you're just behind a kangaroo, you're safe.
Yeah, dude, they will grab you. Do you see the video?
Of that guy punching
They're
a
so
He
kangaroo.
just runs
muscular.
up and it
It
has his
just-
dog,
Wha-
and he's just like, bam,
Australians are crazy.
I'll
and
hop-
it just.
I'll hop in the pouch that way it thinks I'm friendly. I'm like,
Hold
you
up.
you wouldn't hurt your own child.
they're such a weird creature.
Yeah.
Every time I think about them and just they're like how they're shaped and how they get around, it doesn't make any
A
sense.
kangaroo kick will kill you, and
Yeah,
they have
for sure.
claws. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
well, look, how
they
is
have
it?
talent.
Here's
How
how
is
you-
it that this island? They're the only place that has these animals, these weird
And
animals.
there's
God.
so many of them.
Place.
They look at them as vermin. They're like
Yeah.
literally like.
Oh,
vermin.
guys,
So
in
here we
this-
go. This is how you survive a
in the
kangaroo
state
attack.
I'm in,
Harry,
I'm dead.
Harry, what'd you say?
Yeah, cough.
Cough. Short and quiet coughing is perceived as a sign of illness, and you are likely to avoid an attack. No, you're good.
No,
Dude, I thought I was going to say they were going to kill me.
You're gonna
No,
cough, and
you
the
cough.
kangaroo's gonna be like, COVID,
Yeah,
and run
COVID,
away.
dude.
If
Yeah.
it was Harrison, Harrison has a perpetual drip. He's
That
like,
sounds-
he does.
I
It's
think
like,
I was fine today.
dude, no,
I think I was fine.
Every
Yeah.
girl was going,
I think you're fine.
I don't think I did any of that.
Just so you know, I had your
Anytime-
back, and when he was roasting you on the episode that came out today, and then you got back at him when
Yeah,
you
he was
said, "Hey,
doing-
stop sniffling."
Yeah, he was doing
I
way more.
zoomed in on him sniffling
did
you?
in the
Got him.
video. I zoomed in. You're like,
it's always the thing he does, though. He's always like, yeah.
dude, it's part of his personality.
No, part
man.
of it is
Yeah.
he's not actually.
right.
No, here's what he does. He's doing this.
Listen, yeah, he's got to be able to.
I
read.
legitimately don't know. I don't think I've done it. Like unless I did it subconsciously.
I don't know.
Anyway, but now I'm self-conscious.
You don't. Listen,
you. That's
Harry, Harry, I love you for who
Cough.
you are. Slowly move back. You will look smaller and therefore less dangerous.
Oh, that's funny. It's
Don't
like-
turn around. Don't run. If you do, you will provoke an animal that can jump really far and reach you in a moment.
Yeah, you ate.
And then kangaroos tend to jump at you out of bushes. They're like, surprise, gotcha. If you have time and
Here's a blooming onion.
if you have time and space to react, turn sideways to protect your face and organs and slowly walk away.
So you just shuffle sideways.
This list has nothing to do with the get behind them thing, which I was told.
Slowly walk away.
Slowly walk away.
Kangaroos.
So it says don't turn around, but then it literally tells you
No,
right
you-
after that to turn sideways.
Turn sideways.
So start to turn
You're
around.
protecting your
Guys,
other,
how do they know
your
that
other
coughing?
kidney.
How do they know that coughing is like?
They're germaphobes,
That's
dude.
it. Studies show that a dude that's coughing is less likely to get mollywop.
These
What's it called?
professionals
Yeah.
make no sense. Sharks
I throw-
don't know what vertical objects are, so they get confused,
I'll
and
throw,
kangaroos don't want to get sick.
Harrison, stop snorting.
That's you. I'll throw. I have my pocket polio blanket that I'll throw in their general direction. Diseases.
Corona.
Number 3, lions.
Lions. Here
I'll
we
just start
go.
another Australia fire. It's fine.
This is what I wanted. I don't want no flies.
Here's some useful
want some
tips.
Stinging lines.
If you meet a lion, look into his eyes.
If you have to survive,
Don't turn your back and don't look away
All of
because
these say don't turn your
discontinuity
You
in
know what?
eye contact will give the predator time to attack. Now that what you would just like, so you're just like staring contest go.
no, well, because you can see where they're coming from. You turn away. They don't like disrespect. That's the biggest thing in the animal
It
kingdom.
says
It's a sign of disrespect.
bro.
It's like, how
What are you
dare
in the
you?
hood of
How
Africa?
dare you? How
What-
dare you turn your back on me? Look me in the eye when I'm stalking you.
Yeah, right.
the next line says, "Talk to the lion in a moderately loud and confident voice."
Hey there, lion.
It's like,
Hey there. Hey, I'm not scared of you.
I know Scar
You know,
killed your
humans are the cause of most deaths in the world.
That's right.
Per year.
We kill all people everywhere.
It's like
Number 2,
scoreboard,
big boy.
scoreboard.
and then it says also
Not to bring this up, but we're doing much better in the kill category than you.
that's right. Also make sounds and gesticulate. What is or gestulate?
Huh?
I'm gonna look it up. That's what it says.
Gesticulate.
What's that mean?
No, no.
I don't know, but I know that's what the
gesticulate.
word is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Gesticulate.
missed one of the letters. I'm not really.
Also make
with it
sounds
right
and
now.
gesticulate. This kind of
to make
behavior is not
gestures, especially when speaking. So
Oh,
you
so like-
talk to the
So
lion.
flip it the bird.
Talk with your hands while talking to
They
the
know
lion.
sign language.
You want to
Listen, lion, I am not
Lord,
scared of
Lord.
you. Let me tell you about the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
You want to sign the Crips and the Bloods and just let them know that you know people.
You're just out here throwing gang signs at the lion,
It's like, oh,
talking, but you're also talking moderately loud and confident. So you're like, "Hey, lion, I ain't scared of you."
If that doesn't work, fight back with whatever you've got. Hands, rocks, and should local laws allow it, firearms.
If
like-
none
So-
of this,
yeah.
listen,
if you
listen,
have a
whether-
gun, but the locals won't let you, don't even think
yeah,
about
listen,
using it.
straight up, if a lion
Just
is attacking me, I
toss
don't
at
care
it.
what the laws are. I'm shooting.
The lion will point to a no gun sign.
It'd be like the old Fox News, like dang.
I love this
Or he
advice.
walks
Like,
out.
hey, if a lion's coming at you, worst case scenario, you should probably try to fight back and try to live.
Why would you not? That's my go-to.
Don't be like Harrison.
Look, it's like in the army when you are in a combat theater, you have rules of engagement, which is shout, show, shove, shoot. But you're allowed to skip to all the way to shoot if you
if they have claws,
if you have claws, if you can
if they
claws.
have fangs,
Is that what you
Yeah.
said? The claws.
A rule,
That's
try
what
to
it was.
live.
if they roar.
My
Now, here's
point
the
is,
thing that
I'm
I've-
jumping straight to shooting it every time.
I saw this on Animal Planet that lions are still cats, so, and they don't like
Water.
no, like they're not big on confrontation.
Yeah.
They're not big on confrontation. So like, if you watch,
laser pointer.
no. So
I just get an underbarrel like red laser.
you just like it's chasing it away.
Psych.
So if you watch Animal Planet and a lion like attacks an animal, and then say a lion like attacks a boar, and another boar is like, I'm gonna protect my friend pig thing here, and that boar
called
attacks.
Pumbaa.
Yeah, if it attacks,
Get it right.
if it attacks the lion's like, hey, bro, I didn't sign up for a fight. And then the lion will leave him alone.
Yeah.
Because the lion doesn't like the confrontation. So that's why they stalk and they will kill one and then eat it.
That's why your dad's dead, Simba.
Yeah.
But if
They can't handle it.
but a lot of times if the animal
Can't
fights,
handle the real talk.
if the animal fights back, lions are like, hey, bro, I didn't sign up for all this.
Yeah. Harrison, you had some really good lines in there. He said, Simba, that's why your dad got killed by Scar. Oh, man. No, that's great. He said laser. He's like,
It's an underbarrel.
the line just loses its mind. And you just shoot it.
That's it.
Animal. You dumb animal. All right.
Elephants.
Why did this get all weird on me?
Because you turn it sideways.
Think the long way would be different.
Oh.
All right, elephants.
Here
Harrison,
we go.
quit the sniffles.
Elephants. Dustin, go.
Elephants kill more humans than sharks in a year, although they seem like peaceful giants. Here's what to do.
Doesn't fit our narrative.
No, it does fit our narrative
It
because
does.
people on Earth like land more than they're in the water.
Yeah. Hey, if you meet an elephant, pay attention to its body language. That way. So look at the elephant. You can tell if the elephant has an attitude or body language.
If he's walking with more hip sway, it's obviously a sassy elephant.
Very sassy elephant.
Sassy elephant.
The sassy elephant, don't even think about it.
Yeah.
Run away immediately. A twisted trunk and ears looking back mean that he's going to trample you. Oh,
wait, it means what? Time out.
if a twisted trunk and ears looking back.
What does a twisted trunk look like? It curled up, I guess.
Like straight, twisted, or curled. I don't know.
I don't know.
Curled in. I don't know.
Hey, you know how you know an elephant's going to trample
totally
you?
long
When
and
an elephant
it's curled up, I guess.
is running after you, that's when you know it's going to trample
Yeah.
you.
If the ears
That's
are back.
how you know. Read the ears.
Yeah.
If they're fanned out, the
He's
elephant's
not
probably
walking
bluffing.
in my general direction.
If they're
read the-
back, be worried.
Read
Because
its body language. If it's coming at you at an unnatural speed,
that would be the body language
So
I'm going to stick
if
with.
the ears are out, they're bluffing. If they're back, they're about to kill you.
Yeah, that's good to know because this is another
that's the
beast.
thing. If they're fanned out, the elephant's probably bluffing. So maybe he's bluffing.
It seems
maybe
like-
he's not.
I'm
Dude,
never
if he's
gonna-
running at you with his ears out, I'm playing a game of chicken.
But also, even
I dare you, elephant. I know you're bluffing. We both know you're bluffing.
Harry's like, "What's up, bro?"
If the elephant makes
I'll run
eye
at him.
contact with me at all and does anything, I'm just gonna walk away because I'm like, there's no point. Why would he even be like, oh no,
Dude,
he's cool, he's
you
bluffing. he's
don't
bluffing.
turn your back to them. It's about respect.
When you see an
Walk away
elephant,
backwards.
how do you accidentally get that close to an elephant? Just
And have
They
Whoa,
jump out of bushes.
An elephant.
if you're walking
I'd be
around
like,
in the
Here's a
jungle,
hamster. Take that.
No, it says because this is another beast you don't want to get into a foot race with.
I guess not.
What? Or climb a tree. It says back away slowly or climb a tree.
The elephant's just gonna knock it down.
Huh.
It's huge. If the animal is attacking you, don't run away. Instead, try to find something that will serve as
it's
a
fine.
barrier between
Then
you and the
you
elephant.
hop over the tree.
It can be a rock or a tree.
keeps going in a
If
circle.
I'm not near a tree and I see a tree, would I not need to go
To the tree.
To the tree.
If you're in a
Okay.
place where there are elephants, move.
Look,
If the country you live in has elephants,
find
move.
another one.
Yeah.
I just the same argument.
Not
Like
in enclosures.
move.
Zoos,
I-
I like United States.
I do
Yeah.
not understand
Move.
why people still live on the island.
Honestly,
of Haiti.
it would be embarrassing to get killed by
There's
an
elephants
elephant.
in Haiti.
No, it gets hurricaned and
I mean,
earthquaked every year. It
hey,
just seems like
It
a.
has nothing to do with
Welcome
this.
to
I
heaven.
know, sorry.
Wasn't
How'd
it?
you get here? Honestly, I'd rather not
Yeah.
say.
Well, wasn't
Yeah.
it like
Well,
the?
just-
Didn't God
We'll
give you
just look at the
dominion?
record book. You got stomped by an elephant?
Well, didn't like the circus elephants go nuts and start killing the circus performers?
I mean, if that's a given, if you're a circus performer and you,
You deserve
kill by
to
an
die.
elephant,
Is that what
You're
you're
asking
But
for it.
in the wild, you get killed by an elephant. What are you doing around elephants, man? It didn't stalk you. It didn't just get your address and try and come and find you. Like you had to be in a field with elephants.
are elephants temperamental?
I don't think they're looking for a
It's
fight, man.
Body language.
It's all
Watch
body
the
language.
Yeah, you have to have five
Sassy elephants.
you have to take five. You
Gotta
have to
watch
take body
out.
language class.
Sassy elephants, man. All right, what else do we got?
Rhinos.
Rhino.
Dude,
Let's skip those. Let's
There's
skip down.
15.
What is
Hippos,
that,
I don't-
though?
Hippos.
Oh, oh, oh,
I mean,
I don't
hippos
wanna
is
look
an
at that.
interesting one. What was it?
Bulls?
What would you guys skip by?
There's
There was
like hair or
weird looking
something.
I don't
fingers.
know.
It's like genetic mutations.
Oh, it's just hair.
The fingers scare me.
I think it's her hair.
A bull.
Bulls,
All right, this is something we could face.
That would be like the Spain running the bull thing.
Yeah.
I love watching
Running
those
with the
videos of
bulls.
those guys getting thrown.
I would
Yeah.
do that. Would
Yeah.
you guys do that?
No.
And,
wouldn't run with the bulls?
Was it in Madrid?
What
No,
are
would
you?
do it?
Is that where it is?
Yeah. Spain?
If you're in like the front of the pack,
No.
I would do it.
You idiots.
No, I would do it. Would you do it?
No.
the odds of that bull getting to you,
Yeah, I would do it. 100% I would
you
do
just gotta trip one guy in front of you.
You idiots.
Hold on,
Slightly
let,
to
me
the
Google,
side.
let me Google the average death of the running with the bulls.
If there's more than one, I don't want.
How many
I
bulls
don't-
are there though?
There's like a herd of bulls.
No, bro.
It's a
Yes,
flock.
there-
A flock.
100% I would do it.
It's not just one bull
It's
though.
a flock
A
of
flockle of bulls. A
Yep.
flockle.
A flock of
Flock.
Yeah,
Flockle.
flockle.
Technical term.
Anyway, well, you're looking at that.
Wolves react to motion,
I just don't
not
wear red
to
that
a
day.
red or any other color. That is why if a bull is running to you, stand straight and still. Use your hat, t-shirt, or any other clothes.
So
as
there it is.
bait.
Hey, listen, here you go. Only since 1910, only 15 people have died.
That's
pretty good
still
odds.
too many.
Since 1910, only 15 people
It
have
just
died.
seems like
Now it does say that
How many
There's
injuries?
gotta be a waiver you sign though.
You can't sue the Bulls.
No, they're like, yeah.
most of them due to being gored. So,
That doesn't
I mean,
sound
I,
like
that
it.
kind of makes sense.
I think that would.
but they have huge teams of people
Say this.
who
Write this.
are
How many
on standby.
injuries?
I
Yeah.
did.
Well,
I
a lot of
didn't
it's
say.
probably like people like trampling each other too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's fun. That's good. I'd
I'm-
rather be just trampled
It's
by
like-
a
I'm
person.
faster
than-
like
than
I don't
black
be
people.
trampled by anything.
But that's the thing is there's fences. So like if you start to freak out, you
Yeah.
can jump over the fence.
It's like Black Friday at Walmart, just with bulls behind you.
easy. I would do it. 100%. I would run with the Bulls. And I'm actually sad that
But
none
it's
of my
like
friends
That's a
would
bold
with me.
move from a man who can't swim.
It's like bragging rights instead of a 53-inch TV.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can run really fast.
Hang on.
Oh, that was good.
I mean, I'm not challenging any sharks to races anytime soon.
And go. All right. So bulls react to motion, not to red or any other color. That is why if a bull is running to you, stand straight and still. Use your hat, t-shirt, or any other clothes as bait. Once the bull comes close enough, throw this item of clothing aside. The bull will run after it. Stay at least 20 feet away. Should you encroach on a bull's personal space, back off slowly. If you turn and run, you're going to get chased. Ooh.
That's why I would run.
I would say me and
Run with the Bulls.
How do you escape a jellyfish attack?
me and Tyler grew up having to move steers between fences and stuff, and it's definitely like it's a process. You you always have like a shovel or like a sledgehammer or something in your hands because like
I
if
feel
this
more confident with a sledgehammer.
trust me, it really gives you a lot of confidence because they will charge and you just smack them in the head with a shovel, then they're
Whoa!
Sledgehammer, I feel like it does a lot more damage than a.
but it's heavier, so it's harder to swing.
I'm saying like it does like I don't know if I would want to have a sledgehammer. I'd rather just have a shovel. It's quicker.
The shovel's fast.
Like sledgehammer, it's like
What do you guys?
I just
killing
really hit
with
a
shovels?
cow with a
Talking about moving
sledgehammer.
steer, we'd set up like temporary gates and stuff, but we'd still have to get the steer and then try to like lure it to the other pen or.
I mean, I'm not
pasture.
trying to knock it
No,
out with the
It's a
sledgehammer.
process.
Would you guys try to ride a bull?
Oh no!
So you're not gonna run. From
I
you're not gonna ride
enjoy
from-
watching bull riding. I have
You wouldn't try it like on a small like.
I wouldn't
bull?
try it on a sheep. I'm just kidding. I try that, but those things are.
I don't know if I would ride one, but I would run with them for sure.
Yeah. All right.
Jellyfish. Look,
I would
go back
not-
to the
I would
jellyfish
not
thing because
ride.
this thing just gave me a stat that I wasn't prepared to read. The sting of a jellyfish brings incredible long and dull pain. Follow these tips to protect yourself. Keep your distance.
Yeah, that's the thing. Your arm goes numb.
Yeah.
That's what my mom said. Like she was like doing the paddle boarding, and it's like her arm just went.
Well, here's what
Totally
it says.
numb.
It says some stinging tentacles can grow as long
Yeah.
as 165 feet.
Well, are you going to be 165 feet deep in the ocean?
Apparently, but
I
that's
don't like that.
That's
I don't like
wild,
I
dude.
don't like that. Oh, I
Your
don't
public
like that.
enemy number one is just water, dude.
What's their
165.
what's their body language,
feet.
though?
Walk in just in.
What's the
Best
body language
advice.
though?
Best advice: stay out of the water where jellyfish have been spotted. If you get stung, this is what you can do: wash it with salt water. Fresh water will only worsen the situation.
They've been spotted in the ocean.
Then,
Chunk.
Nuke it.
using a stick or tweezers, remove the leftovers of the tentacles. If you have an antihistamine cream, apply it to the sting. Do not pee on it, as that is a
I
common
was gonna
myth.
say don't just
That is a common myth.
Yep.
That's the name of the episode. Don't pee on it.
Dustin
not.
and his friends will show up.
It works on ants. Can confirm. I don't care what a scientist
Don't
says.
pee on it. I like that.
Uh,
All right, snakes is
You
the
know
one
that poor
that's
guy.
actually helpful.
I'll just think the poor guy who's like
He's trusting in that.
the first poor guy is like, you gotta do something.
everybody's like, I got an
It's like-
idea.
It's like, I don't care what you gotta do, just do something.
Yeah.
I feel bad for
You're
any
not
of the
gonna-
guys
you're
who,
like-
who got caught up in the myth.
Talk about
like-
kicking a man while he's down.
It's like, you know what you're asking me, right? You're not gonna like this.
That's wild, bro.
I don't know what to do. I guess.
Look,
Well,
nobody has to know about this. This won't spread. This won't be like nobody's gonna hear about this.
I trust me, it's gonna work, man.
Hey, we heard
listen to a podcast.
and here it is, a myth later down the road.
Ugh.
It says.
I'm glad that I read that because if I ever got stung by a jellyfish, I'd be like, dude, I think I have to pee
Well,
on
now
this.
you're gonna get stung by a jellyfish years later down the road. And be like, there's something about I don't know what to do. Were you
Do I pee or do I not pee?
Do I to pee or not pee?
Does it say it makes it worse?
That is the question.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
Do not pee on it. Why? Do not pee on the sting, as it is a common myth. What happens if you
It
do
doesn't. Well, it's
then
supposed
you
to like,
attract the sharks, and the sharks then come and finish the job.
Then your arm's numb and gone.
Yeah.
What point is is that just saying it? Is this
No, the one
Because
arm's
that
numb
was
and
the-
they take the
that
other
was like
arm.
the classic thing. Like, hey, if you get stung by a jellyfish, do that.
Yeah.
So it really doesn't solve anything.
No.
So they just put in
It
the
just
article.
makes your
Why didn't they put? And by the
But
way,
yeah, but the warmth
makes the situation
helps with
worse.
No, if it's warm, it
I like to
helps
think.
with the
I like to
pain.
think that there's some guy who made that up, and then he's
like-
just laughing
he's like,
as people are peeing on each other.
Hey, how many people do you think I can fool? Let's see me fool this guy.
Little did he know
Hey.
for like hundreds of years, people are just gonna take it as gospel and pee on each other.
Well, it's like telling
Wherever he's
people
at,
to dump
heaven or hell, he's just
boiling
really
water on
rolling.
their windshield to melt the ice.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like-
but the point, like,
It's
they
like
put
the
this in
Cam's
the
like
article.
the guy. He's like, I didn't think actually somebody would do it
It's the best practical joke ever.
They put it in the article to not do that.
because it's common. Like,
Yes, I know, but if it doesn't like hurt it,
It's
why
do
would
it
they just point
anyway.
out? It's like, and by the way, don't spit on it. It's
Next
like you're not
pod-
going to do anything worse to it. It's just funny that they
Are
said, oh, and by the way, don't pee on each other.
You're saying
doesn't do anything.
You're saying if it doesn't hurt, then you should just try it. So let's next podcast we're just gonna pee on each other. And
Oh,
then-
Dustin.
because there's like better options. Like, hey, instead of going to the hassle of asking a stranger, just go to the
if
hospital.
you swim with friends, you don't need a stranger.
say, hey.
The doctor walks in and goes, did you pee on it yet?
It's like,
Just like, hold on, I got you.
What if, what if the
he's like,
doctor
I
won't
need
treat you until
he
you
like
pee on
starts
it?
going over his pants. Like, you better be going for your pocket, not your belt. Call your, grab your phone and dial 911.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, off of that.
Gorillas!
Snakes, gorillas.
Dude, we gotta know what gorillas are.
Yeah, gorillas are very.
Let's do
I want to do snake.
crocodiles.
Let's do three
Crocodiles.
more. Let's do three more.
Well, I want
Or
to
four
see
more.
what the
Let's
others
do-
are if we pick them though.
Let's do snakes, crocodiles, gorillas, and grizzly bears.
Ooh, bears are good.
Okay.
Well, I want to know what else is on the list though.
You can continue as I go upstairs and go to bed.
Nobody's scared of snakes.
I am. Well, you're not gonna know. Like, I want to be in the wild. Like, what do I do?
Yeah.
All right, back up from venomous snake if it's in the striking position. If the snake is coiled and has reared its head up, it's in the striking position that could strike at you at any moment. Don't turn your back on the snake and don't run. Instead, back away from the snake at a normal walking pace. If you were bitten, don't try to suck the poison out of the wound. As we often, it also says don't pee on it either. I'm just joking. It's
you
better to
can't
wash
pee
the
on it.
wound with tap water. Fix a tourniquet. Who has tap water in? Like, what are you getting bit in your yard and walk?
I mean, in other
think it's-
countries,
like
snakes
I think
really
it's
are
meaning-
showing up in the house all the time.
Something that's
like bottled water. But also, I mean, like, you've got to be able to outrun a snake.
yeah.
Dude, but people like Paul was doing the fire and they just jumped out.
Yeah, but if I
then
see a
there's other
snake,
people- if you go on YouTube and-
yeah,
You go
if
on
I
YouTube
see a
and people are
snake-
like playing the flute and dancing with them.
Dude, yeah, but you walk, you step on a rattler. That's how people get bit. They look like bark.
Never. I've never done it once.
Well, they're not here. They're in North Carolina, down south,
Yeah,
and,
and I
stuff.
don't go to those places.
Yes, you do.
I don't- I
you
do.
literally were just in Georgia.
I was.
All right, crocodiles.
They have the strongest jaws on the planet.
A gator's first priority is to drown you, so either stay on land or
All right,
get.
sorry,
I
David.
like that. It literally stay on land.
I
Why
know.
did you tell us with the jellyfish? Stay on land.
It did. It said stay
Yeah.
out of water
It
where
did.
there's jellyfish.
If you were caught, hit the animal's eyes.
The what?
If you were
Stay
caught
on
by
land,
one,
yeah.
if you're caught, I like it. It's like gotcha, caught.
Yeah.
You're it.
Tag.
But then they
got
keep
it.
saying that the eyes are the most sensitive part of this animal. That's like every animal. Who did
If you notice this
find
predator
one
crawling
animal
to you
that
by
doesn't
ground,
mind if you hit it in the
if
eyes?
you notice the
Jellyfish.
predator crawling to you by ground, make as much noise as you can and run in a zigzag.
Yes.
Baited.
I did know that. I did know you're supposed to run in a zigzag because if you cut, the alligator can't turn. So it has to stop moving, turn, and then start moving again. So once it turns and starts moving towards you again, you zigzag again, and then it has to stop and it has to turn.
If
and
you
then-
see a crocodile while swimming, don't make splashes and don't shout. It will attract his attention. If I see someone like running or swimming, one of my friends, and I'm out of the water, I'm gonna take a rock and just throw it right beside him.
What's your gun? Like my favorite friend.
Murder.
Over there.
murder.
Just lead him like breadcrumbs with rocks.
You're trying to like lead it away. You're trying to like throw the rock somewhere else. Ah! It just you don't have a strong arm. And
Yeah.
you guys, you're not helping.
But I did know that about alligators and crocodiles is that you zigzag.
Oh, dude, I saw this video. Oh, it's such a great video
Serpentine.
where the guy, the guy I gotta find it. No, it's not gonna come on here. What? It can go in there. It's fine.
Don't close out of this window.
I won't.
Yeah. I need to know how to grizzly bear attacks.
Yeah.
What in the tabs?
This man's got 17 tabs open.
Scripture against alcohol.
Yeah.
That's how he got all of his. Oh, look at that. Boom.
Whoa. This one time.
Jumps on.
Alligator for friend?
Yes, this is so
Oh, dude, I've seen this. He gives it like the people's elbow, bro. From the top rope!
He literally elbows. He jumps on this alligator. He jumps on this alligator. Yeah.
He's doing literally all of the things that
All the
article
things
just told
it
us
said
not to do.
Dude, I feel like I would do this.
Why is he swimming so slowly?
I feel like he can't get up.
Yeah, it's a long time to swim.
This man, like the Shawn Michaels from the top rope, showstopper.
But he's
This
swimming
is-
so much faster than
This
the
is
other.
stressing me out so much. Please stop.
So the guy,
I'm surprised you don't have like a John
his
Cena
friend's
one.
swimming to the shore. The other guy's on the shore on like a hill, and there's an alligator coming up, and he's like, nothing is working. He's throwing stuff at it. Nothing's happening. So he, at the last second before it reaches the guy,
He literally
just elbow dives
Yes,
into
like
this.
if any of you guys are
Like the
fans of the
John Cena.
WWE, Shawn Michaels top rope showstopper flying elbow drop. That's exactly what he does. Shawn Michaels is my favorite wrestler.
Anyways, no, that's pretty.
That was
cool.
pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Would you
All
do
right.
that for me, Cam?
I would. No, I'm serious. Like, I feel like there's a really
That
good
one guy
chance-
he's swimming so slow though. I
It's
feel
almost like he wanted
No,
to
he
die.
was slow.
Dude, it was a ledge. Neither of them can get back
That's
up.
what
But
he.
he
That's me
started
trying
over
to
here.
swim
He was
across the
trying to
They
river.
were
swim up
both. The ledge was like slippery, and they both couldn't get back up when they were both in there. They're like they're splashing, but I feel like there's a good chance of me at least really startling it when my full weight hits its head.
Well, that's the other thing is
You know what I mean? I feel like I just
then pull it backwards.
they do have the strong. They have the strongest contracting. Like
my hand would go right through the head though.
what?
Yeah, like just the sheer force of his fist.
What I'm saying is they have
Bible man.
they have literally the strongest.
God compels you.
This is like what Jesus did.
The serpent's head. Stop.
I'm listening.
They have the strongest pounds per like square inch of closing.
That's what
their
it
jaw,
says. It says right there.
but they're completely weak opening.
Watch the language.
They're completely weak opening. So you just if you like just hold
I heard a toddler
it, can hold their mouth shut.
just
I don't know if that's true.
like they took a toddler.
We
and
should
said,
try it.
Here,
They
put
did with
your
a rubber
Yeah.
band and the one other photos they saw.
toddler.
We'll figure it out.
All right,
So if you could get your hands on the
gorillas
snout.
and grizzly bears, and we're out.
Grizzly bears. What else is down there though? I want to see what's on the rest of the list first. Cougar. Oh, that's it.
The gorillas mention a lot about the eyes.
Really?
And so, yeah.
All right. Gorillas are very protective of their families and will eliminate any threat to their kind. Here are some tips to escape from the clutches of this gigantic creature.
Sit down as to not look bigger or taller than the gorilla. I love how some animals it's like be as big as you can.
That was
I love how some animals it's like be as big as you can, and other animals it's like I'm just a little guy, a bit tiny, just a bit tiny guy, just a little fella.
I'm gonna forget and do the wrong one.
Yeah. I know all this information. Pee on it.
Bigger not.
Tail the elephant. Look little.
Do I run away or do I slowly turn to the side? I don't- Is he bluffing? I don't know.
Do what the bears do in the woods.
See what the bears do in the woods.
Oh man! In case of an attack, roll into a ball.
But look at the top.
Gorillas are
Avoid
proud.
looking straight into the eyes.
Gorillas are proud animals, and as a rule, they will not attack the weak and defenseless.
And then it
Don't
says
run
at the bottom,
and
don't run and
look
don't
in
look
the-
in the eye.
They won't.
It mentioned
They
the
won't
eyes
get hairy.
twice. So they're really the eyes. You just if you stay away from gorilla eyes, then you're good. Those things must be the entrance to hell.
All right.
Well,
All right.
that's what you see
guys,
before they
what in
send
the
you.
world? What, bees? Like they have a thing how to All right, Grizzlies. This is what I want.
Run,
This is
bear.
How,
Run
how
for
to
the
fight a
bees.
bee.
Stand still.
It's very
Yell at
tough.
them.
Hey!
Now,
Listen,
I believe, I don't know. So Joe Rogan says the two most deadly animals are grizzly bears and tigers.
Yeah.
That's what he says.
Well, let's call him up.
All right, I got him on.
Hey,
speed
Joe.
dial.
Hey, Joe. Question. No.
Yeah. So-
what was that? Nate Land. Nate had the thing about
And
Barry
Nate asked him if
Sanders.
Barry Sanders could attack, and he's like, "No, you're
no,
an idiot."
could outrun or juke a bear.
Well, I think they said, "Could he tackle a bear?"
Barry Sanders?
Yeah.
I think it was outrun like juke.
It started out run, but then they went, he could tackle a bear, and they went, but he was a wide receiver. He's like, but he's a big guy.
Barry Sanders was a running back,
Whatever he was.
and he was like 5 foot nothing. He was like Dustin's height.
They asked if Barry
I'm
Sanders
just
could
joking.
tackle a bear. And Joe Rogan was like, "You're stupid." He goes, "You don't think for a second? No, you're stupid." Like Joe Rogan shut it down so fast.
It's very tough to face these dangerous creatures in the wild, but here are some ways to ensure your survival against grizzlies.
Stop. Drop.
Remain calm. Back away. Stop.
They climb trees.
Stop. Don't
Grizzly
touch.
bears are
Leave the
scary.
area. Tell an adult. You guys remember that? Eddie the
No.
Eagle gun thing.
No.
If you're a kid and you see a gun,
Did you see the
stop.
trailer for-
Don't touch. Leave the area. Tell an adult.
I don't remember that.
You see a gun?
All right.
Dustin, you see the trailer for like the cocaine bear thing?
Yeah.
You know that's based off a
I think
true
you mentioned
story.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
from
the bear
80s.
literally
But
just
it's
died.
super
Let's get
loosely-
through this. Dustin has to get up at 4 o'clock and do God knows what. But
Thank you.
let's get done this, okay?
And Harrison.
Harrison. Oh, poor guy. All right.
Yeah.
Stop, remain calm, back away slowly while speaking in a calm voice. I love that we're speaking to these animals.
Yeah, man.
It's like the same thing with a liberal.
Why?
You're trying to show the
Why
bear
are
that you are
still
being
speaking of these
submissive
things?
and yielding to his territorial supremacy.
How does he not know? I'll be like,
Primacy.
Yeah,
You don't
listen,
own this ground,
listen,
boy.
I'm gonna start calling myself Big Bear, and my wife needs to treat me the same way.
Big Bear.
She needs to show
Do
me
not
that
turn your
she's being
back.
submissive and yielding to my territorial
Yeah,
supremacy.
Nikki. You know what he said?
Yeah.
Do not turn your back on the bear or run. That will stimulate an attack. He's gonna be like, ooh,
Now's my chance.
get him. Avoid direct eye contact because so this one you don't want to make eye
right, so
contact.
here's-
Lions make eye contact.
No,
and gorillas.
Lions you do,
No,
gorillas you don't.
Gorillas are no.
See, we're
Gorillas
already
and
gorillas
bears.
are
You don't
no.
look in the
You
eyes.
do not look in the
We're
We
eyes.
start
of
write a
Satan.
list and then ask our callers like,
Yeah.
and just give them a real quick
Now,
quiz. Like,
here's
Are
now
you
here's
alive
the-
or not?
Here's the question: how
do you
are
look
you
at?
supposed to not turn your back and like? So it's like hey, don't turn away, but also don't look at it.
I mean,
Yep.
they're just trying like
Look at
they're
its
just
lips.
throwing these things out there.
It'll
like,
throw them
How are
off.
like the bears? You're supposed to make yourself bigger. Like it's just
No.
like spread your jacket out, like
Well, that
yell.
was
thought you were
definitely the
supposed to-
lion.
If you kiss a bear right in the mouth, it'll freak him out, and then he'll think it's weird, and then run away.
yeah, they're not sure about
No,
the
this
orientation.
says submit, lie face down on the ground, cover your head
That's
with your
no,
arms and
the
hands,
last
and
one's
play
the best
dead.
one.
As possible, you might be a bit clawed. You might be a bit clawed. The bear might
No,
leave.
you might be bit
or
or
not.
clawed.
Harry, read the last one.
Yeah. Yeah. Worst case, guys, if the bear continues to maul you,
Continues to maul
that's what I
you.
said. It's like this bear you're lying face down on the
Look,
ground.
the bear's
you're
mauling
thinking to
you.
yourself like, man, will those bears stop mauling me?
You got your
It's
checklist
ridiculous.
out while it's mailing. Like, okay,
like,
I
yeah.
did this, I did this.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's still mauling me?
I'm making it out of
Yes.
this. I'm suing
Yes.
this,
You're
this article.
laying down. You're like, yeah, I did that. I did that. I'm still being mauled though.
What if they were like reviews for these like for this advice? I'm like, yeah, hey, step number 5,
It says send
perfect.
feedback. You could.
It's like if if
Oh,
the bear continues to maul you, in spite of you playing dead, an indication that they want you for food, you might have to fight for your
You
life.
might have to be a transformer and get out of that ball. Like, oh yeah, you thought I was this small? Well, guess what? Not so small.
And all-
well, bam! I'm a tall 5'10".
Using any available weapons, knife, stick, rock, fingernails.
No.
This is all
No.
based off of the
No.
Bear's
I was
hungry.
like, the fingernails.
No.
I'm not clipping my nails.
I'm not
no
even
more.
gonna try.
No, the song that Dustin played. Not the fingernail.
I know. Well, how is it that like the only scenario in which you were allowed a gun
Your
was for
counterattack
like a
on the bear's
lion.
eyes and
And
nose.
even then,
And even
it's
then,
a
it was
maybe.
if local laws permit.
No,
Look,
it says.
this is America.
It says,
Anywhere I'd find a grizzly bear, I will be carrying a gun.
Now I have heard that bears, when they try to eat you, they don't waste their time killing you before they eat you. They just go straight for the, all right, this is what
Dude,
I'm going to do.
That's not what happened in Revenant or whatever that was.
Revenant. If I'm going to risk, like, hey, if I play dead, they might keep mauling me. Let me, like, do something in my peak, not mauled stage. Like, hey, whatever remaining life force you have, you might want to do something and, like, slap back at them.
I also heard one guy say that, and this has not been tested, but he said it might be a good idea if the bear is trying to eat you, is to just try to shove as much of your arm down its throat as possible, so it'll, like, gag. So it's just like, go back and reach for the tonsils, bro.
As their arms are doing nothing. They're just like, hey.
This sounds terrible.
Well, no. He said obviously it's like a whatever case, but
they're going to be like,
take 5 seconds.
Or if they have a jaw,
yeah. But at that case, you're gonna die anyway. You might as
your arm
well.
off and beat you with it.
I'm trying to imagine my arm is in a grizzly bear's mouth, and I'm gonna try to grab its uvula while it's continuing to gnaw my arm off, and that sounds.
It's not even
But you're gonna die anyway.
I
so
know,
you
but
might as well just.
I would be in so much pain. It's not even gonna be possible.
If there's a chance it's gonna work,
if I'm gonna lose elbow down, I might as well go full shoulder.
Yeah, bro. If there's a chance it's gonna work, I'm gonna try it anyway.
Oh, I don't like this.
What are you gonna do?
What is this?
You just you're gonna sacrifice your feet to the boy?
I don't know. I'll just kick him in the thing.
What are we doing? Guy kicks bear. Oh, I know what you're looking. Yeah.
This is it, boys. This is your best defense right here. We're going to end it on it.
What is that That's how you fight a bear.
I've seen that.
That's what you did.
So the bear I didn't know the bears were like that good at roundhouse kicks.
Yeah, bro.
The video, that guy in the middle, I've seen that before.
I got to watch
It's
the full
interesting.
thing.
Now, have you seen the gorilla cracking the zoo cage? The glass at the zoo?
The guy just charges it. Watch. The guy charges
like
it.
that.
Jumps.
So those who are watching or listening, it's a guy and
Kung
a bear.
fu fight
pretty much
a bear.
doing-
They're kung fu fighting.
Oh.
And he picks up. He picks up the salmon.
Cameron, look up the gorilla that
funny.
cracks the zoo.
He didn't watch out
the
for
zoo
that,
glass.
If this doesn't make you scared
What
of
was like
gorillas,
the fake backhand
you're-
fist? What was
you're
that from
lost.
the video?
The what?
Like the fake backhand. I'm like the
What
one
is
where,
it?
Gorilla cracks
No.
zoo glass.
Like they were doing like the skit with the self defense class.
This one?
Like the waxing backhand.
Yeah, you go with the
I feel it's like on the tip of my brain, but I can't.
I can't remember.
go with the gorilla
like,
charging
don't
at
forget
zoo
the
barrier.
something back.
breaking
Yeah,
glass.
yeah. Oh, the
Dude, look at this.
We watched that last time. It
Yeah.
just
I just
like-
don't know the move.
Yeah.
He didn't do the fading
Harry,
back.
quit sniffing.
Look at this. Look at this. This is terrifying, bro.
look at that thing.
The little girl is like antagonizing the gorilla by beating on her chest.
Gosh.
Oh,
No
my
way.
goodness, just cracks
Dude,
it.
that's terrifying.
Nope.
Have
Not
you seen
today,
those?
Satan.
Have you seen those things where it's like, there was a video and it goes like,
Hey Cam, it's
The-
your wife.
yeah, it is. The husband goes, the wife
My
goes.
wife.
Speaking of wife, the guy, it's like a GIF or a reel,
GIF.
and the
GIF,
lady's like,
GIF.
honey,
Yes.
I think I'm finally gonna lose. I'm finally gonna lose the baby weight. And he goes, oh, that's great, honey. But is it still considered losing baby weight after 5 years? And it ends, and it's like his funeral thing. Whatever the song is, and it's just his picture. It's like, if that happened, I would just good. He was a good man, but he died.
He died. He was
Even
dumb.
if it didn't come through, I'm
he
dead.
was a dumb
All right.
man.
You know Pastor Clark?
Fought a bear.
Yeah, fought a bear.
Yeah.
He what?
He
Yeah.
fought a bear.
Fought a bear. Did he shove his arm down his
It was
throat?
like at one of those fair things when he was a kid, and like had a bear on a chain or whatever, and you could what was it like you
He
could
was like wrestle a bear.
could
I don't know
wrestle
if
a
they
bear.
like put padding over his like
What?
claws or whatever.
yeah.
But it was
It was like a trained. It was like a famous bear They'd bring around to fairs
Like
and
a
carnivals.
circus.
This sounds
And
so
Pastor
frail
Clark
a system.
went in there and
There's
and
no way this goes south.
He lost.
he lost, but then he like cheap shot the
No,
bear. He
man.
went in twice, cheap shot the bear, made the trainer mad, and the bear like punched him. I have to get him to call in and tell that story. It's hilarious.
I can't trust. I can't trust this.
Shot a bear.
Anyways, yeah, that's a funny story. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that episode. These episodes on animal attacks. I mean, this is an exhaustive subject. We can probably talk about this for
Days.
forever.
No
I
side
mean, there's just so
effects.
many different whatever.
4 more
But
episodes.
Tell us what you think would be a horrifying animal attack. What animals are you scared of? Hey, t-shirts have dropped to $19.
Oh my.
$19.99, I think. So go get those while they last. Also, go follow us on all our social media platforms and anywhere you see us.
Please pay us.
Pay us
Trying to
or
be rich.
whatever. Hey, our family CD is out on all platforms. You can get that. If you want a copy of it, you can email us, calmdownisfine@gmail.com, and we'll get you one of those. As far as the gospel, you're not getting to heaven through anything, anybody, by being good, by tithing, by being a member of a church. The Bible says that Jesus said in John 14, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No man cometh unto the Father but by me. You have to go through Jesus and the finished work of Christ on the cross. He died, he rose again for our sins. If you want to know more about that, you're interested in getting saved, maybe you don't know exactly what that means, you can contact us. If you're listening to this episode, there's something in our profile of how to reach out to us, how to find us, so you can do that. All right, guys, we love you. Thank you for all that you've done for us and listening. Peace out. Calm down.
It's fine. Shh. What's in your fingernails?